What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Thomas Gallery, and today I want to talk about theories. What is a theory? Okay, there's a lot of debating and talking about theories and what it is. So let's talk about it. Right now, before we get into that, how about we find out where the word came from? How about we do that? Let's find out where the word came from. Right now, from what my research, we found to know the etymology, or which is the study of the origin of words. The word theory comes from the Greek word theoros, okay? Theoros, which means spectator, okay? I had to think about that. I was like, theoros, Theoros, okay? The first O is along also. Theoros, or theros, okay? Think about that, I said, usually when I see, it means the origin, it means spectator. So one spectator means someone who's looking, who's watching, who's observing, who sees. Okay. So that's where the word comes from. It means it's speculation, contemplation, things of that nature. And it sounds like I see the theo, the Theo. I know that means something relating to a deity, God, like theology, theocracy. Okay, that prefix theo means something about God. So it's okay, a spectator of God or a spectator of the wonders of God. I just think about that. So it means spectator. Okay, to look. I said, okay, well, what ways is that word used? So let's just define the word in general terms. Okay, theory, and it's people think of when they say theory, they think of this: a supposition or a system of ideas intended to explain something, especially one based on general principles independent of the thing to be explained. Look at me, say it again. A supposition, okay, or a system of ideas. So just tell you what it is. Supposition is a system of ideas, okay? System of ideas or a belief system, okay? Intended to explain something. So a system of ideas that's to explain something. Okay? Especially one based on general principles independent of the thing to be explained. Okay? And they get some synonyms for it. They get hypothesis, thesis, conjecture, supposition, speculation, you know, postulation, postulate, proposition, premise, surmise, assumption, presupposition. These are just some synonyms for a theory. Okay. Now, when people say theory, they think mostly that when people think theory, they think, okay, well, it's something that you're guessing. In a way, they're right, but it's a system of ideas. Okay, it's a system of ideas to explain something. To explain something to someone, you give a system of ideas, a belief system of ideas to explain something. Now, that's one definition. However, there's another definition that this word is used for, and that's what the scientific theory. Okay, in a scientific theory, let's see what it says about that. Okay, a scientific theory is a well substantiated. Okay, well substantiated. It means it's very well proven. A scientific theory is a well substantiated explanation of some aspect of the natural world that is acquired through the scientific method. I mean, I did a video some time ago about the scientific problem solving method, the 6 steps. Okay, and I explained that already. The scientific method, and repeatedly tested and confirmed, preferably using a written, predefined protocol of observation and experiments. Now, that definition sounds different from the previous definition of what a theory is. So, when people say theory, you have to ask, well, what do you mean when you say theory? Because there are different definitions. You have a regular theory. You have a regular theory, which is a supposition or system of ideas to explain something. And then you have a scientific theory, which is a well substantiated explanation. Does it see now? The difference is small. It's small, but if you pay attention, you will see where the confusion can be. When I read to you the definition for a theory, which is the normal definition for a theory, notice I did not say that the explanation went through a system of or method of repeated testing. Notice I didn't say that. The definition I gave you first was a supposition or set system of ideas to explain something. I did not, however, say in the first definition that the set series of ideas were tested. I didn't say that. That's the difference. With the scientific theory, you still have a set. You still have a set system of ideas. You still have a supposition or set system of ideas. You still have that. However, these set system of ideas have been substantiated. Okay, which means they have been tested and tested and tested and then proven. Okay, that's the difference, and it goes to a certain protocol, certain written and seen tests, observations, and written protocol. Okay, so the definitions are, if you don't listen carefully, then it'll be very difficult for someone to understand properly what you mean when you say a theory. Now you have an example like in science, in the science world, theory is interchangeable with law. Okay, notice, no, the definition I gave for a scientific theory. If you remember the definition I gave for a scientific theory, which a scientific theory is a substantiated explanation that has been proven through rigorous methods of testing and protocol. Okay? Pardon me, y'all. Anyway, that difference, when someone says, the law of thermodynamics, okay, or when someone says law in theory in science, law and theory mean the same. Okay, and in science, in the science realm, law and theory mean the same. However, in the common lexicon, in its colloquial sense, people say theory, they mean guessing. That's like see the two worlds there. But all it takes for the two worlds to split is the scientific theory is equivalent to a scientific law because they both go through a set series of rigorous testing, okay, to substantiate the explanation. In the normal everyday common sense of the word theory, it is a set series or supposition or set series of ideas to explain something. The difference between a scientific theory and a normal theory is that once the normal theory goes through a set series of rigorous tests, it can be called a scientific theory. You see that? You see that? Right? Once the normal theory has its suppositions or set series of ideas tested, go through rigorous testing, and have been proven, it can be called a scientific theory because it has now gone through the testing. Okay? So there's a small bridge between a theory and a scientific theory. That small bridge is testing. So you can call something a scientific theory if it's gone through testing. But if it don't go through testing, it's just called a theory. That small bridge of testing. The testing, testing, is the bridge between a theory and a scientific theory. Okay? So hope you understand that. Look up the words, look up the origin of the word and see where they come from and see what you come up with. I'll catch you all later. Peace.